Today we're putting two powerhouse cinema cameras head to head. The brand new-ish Canon C80, released in September of 2024, versus the proven, battle-tested, ever-reliable Sony FX6, which was released almost 5 years ago. Both sit around the same price point, both promise incredible image quality, but which one is actually right for you? Well, today that's what we're going to be breaking down, so let's get into it. So first, let's kick off with the design and form factor. The Canon C80 takes on more of a mirrorless style body with the RF mount. It weighs approximately 2.86 pounds, which is about 1.3 kilograms, making it compact and lightweight. Well, kind of lightweight, usable for gimbal work or solo shooters who need portability. The Sony FX6, on the other hand, feels like a mini Venice, more of a traditional cinema box design. The body alone tips the scales at around 2 pounds, that's about 890 grams, but with essential accessories like the grip, the viewfinder, batteries, camera, handle accessories, it climbs to about 5.7 pounds, which is about 2.59 kilograms. So out of the box, it's more suitable for professional rigging and shoulder work, but it's noticeably bulkier compared to the Canon C80. As a Canon user myself over the last 15 years, I'm very used to the Canon menu system and button layout, but surprisingly, I did find the button placement a little more complex on the C80 compared to the Sony FX6, particularly for changing basics like the aperture, ISO, and shutter speed. Sony has these labeled up and easily accessible, while the C80 had me pressing the 9-function button to toggle and then spinning the top wheel to adjust. It just wasn't intuitive. It just felt awkward and clunky. And for me, that's not a good thing when you need to change those settings constantly. Now, when it comes to the sensor and image quality, Canon went all out on the C80. You have a 6K full-framed BSI stack CMOS sensor featuring around 19 megapixels effective resolution. That's 26.7 megapixels total. It oversamples beautifully into 4K at up to 120 FPS. On the other hand, the Sony FX6 uses a full-frame 4K Exmor-R sensor. It has a lower resolution at around 10 megapixels, but it is battle-tested and delivers that classic Sony cinematic look that we've all come to love and appreciate. Resolution lovers are going to appreciate Canon's newer 6K detail. Sony still shines with things like the color science with its S-Cinetone profile straight out of the camera, and of course the S-Log3 functionality. Moving on to low light ISO and dynamic range, both cameras are absolute beasts in low light. The C80 introduces a triple base ISO system with 800, 3200 and 12800, which are all native sweet spots. This means that you can shoot clean images at a low ISO 800 for bright conditions. You then can switch it up to 3200 for moderately low light, or you can jump to 12800 for very dark scenes. And in each case, the camera is still optimized for clean results. So the C80 effectively gives you 3 clean zones instead of 2. It also claims up to 16 stops of dynamic range, meaning that it can capture a wide difference between highlights and shadows without losing detail. The Sony FX6, on the other hand, only has 2 native bases, 800 and 12,800 ISO. At 800, it's clean for daylight or studio lighting. At 12,800, it's good for dark environments like concerts, night shoots, and events. And it delivers 15 plus stops in S-Log3, which is only slightly under Canon's 16 stops. Now, practically speaking, both of these are excellent options. But even though Canon offers a middle base ISO 3200, Sony's sensor is optimized for very dark conditions. The FX6's 12,800 base ISO is legendary among filmmakers for producing usable, clean footage where most cameras would be unusably noisy. So Sony is still slightly ahead when you push it into the darkest environments. So yes, the Canon C80 does have more flexibility. You get the 3 sweet spots. You can adapt to a wider variety of lighting setups without as much compromise. But the Sony FX6 is still slightly better in extreme low light. When you're shooting in very dark places, it just handles noise better. Hello there, very quickly, if you're enjoying this comparison of the Canon C80 and the Sony FX6, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more deep dives like this one. I cover everything from camera gear reviews to content creation tips and tricks and creative tutorials. Also, if you want more bite-sized content and behind the scenes stuff, go check out my Instagram and TikTok channels. Back to the video. Next up, let's talk about recording formats and workflow. Canon gives you internal cinema raw light at up to 6K. Along with XF AVC, XF HEVC options, you can shoot RAW straight to your cards without needing an external recorder. The Sony FX6 records internally in XAVC-I and XAVC long, which are generally great, but for RAW, you will need an external recorder, outputting RAW over SDI or HDMI. So Canon makes RAW a little more accessible, while Sony keeps things lighter on storage and post-production. Another big one is the autofocus and stabilization. The C80 comes equipped with Canon's dual pixel CMOS AF2 with things like face tracking, subject tracking, and even animal detection, and it's pretty reliable. However, shooting at higher frame rates does seem to impact your autofocus quite a bit, and also in darker conditions, it's quite a bit slower, so that is something to keep in mind. Also, unfortunately, there is no IBIS, but the C80 combines lens-based optical stabilization with digital IS to give you a 5-axis electronic stabilization, which does kind of help with smoothing out your handheld shots. The Sony FX6 comes paired with Sony's real-time IAF and is equally strong, especially for people. Again, there's no IBIS, but it does have that active 5-axis stabilization, so you can get decent-ish handheld shots. When it comes to gimbal mounting, I think the C80 has the upper hand thanks to its compact squareness, while all the extra attachments of the FX6 can make it slightly more fumbly to deal with. Next up, ND filters, and this is where things get a little more interesting. The Canon C80 uses a mechanical ND system. You've got 2, 4, and 6 stops built in, stackable up to 10 stops, but you will need to turn this on in the menu. Sony's FX6, however, has the famous variable electronic ND, so you get seamless adjustments from 2 to 7 stops. If you're shooting fast-paced environments like events, documentaries, weddings, or other run-and-gun filmmaking projects, the electronic ND is a lifesaver. You don't have to stop recording or adjust exposure in clunky steps. If you're shooting in controlled settings like narrative film or commercial work, a mechanical ND is totally fine because you usually have more time to set exposure carefully. Essentially, with the Sony FX6, you're spending less time fiddling with settings and more time actually getting the shot. At this junction, let's talk about connectivity and workflow features. The C80 gives you 12G SDI, HDMI, mini XLR, Wi-Fi, Ethernet, dual card slots, and even direct camera to cloud support, which is super forward-thinking for modern productions as well as for events. The FX6 keeps it simple but effective with SDI, HDMI, dual card slots, Wi-Fi, and USB-C. It's still very production friendly, but remember, it's a 5-year-old camera. So of course, Canon's newer C80 will have more of an advantage when it comes to live workflows and cloud integration. So when it comes to these two cinematic heavyweights, how deep do your pockets really need to be to join the club? Well, the Canon C80 comes in at around $5,499, while the Sony FX6 sits slightly higher at about $5,999. Not cheap at all, but considering what these cameras bring to the table, they are serious tools for serious creators. Saying that, as the FX6 is a lot older, there are more opportunities to purchase secondhand units in the secondhand marketplace over C80s as they haven't been out as long. Which one should you choose and why? Well, I'd say go for the Canon C80 if you want 6K RAW internally, flexible base ISOs, and a compact form factor for solo shooting. It's perfect for narrative, commercial, and high detail work. Pick the Sony FX6 if you want value, run and gun usability, low light dominance, and that amazing variable ND. Documentary shooters, event filmmakers, and hybrid crews absolutely love this camera. And of course, your decision won't just come down to the body alone. The ecosystem that you've already invested in, from lenses to accessories and workflow tools, will play a huge role in which one of these cameras truly makes the most sense for you. At the end of the day, these are two of the best cinema cameras in their class. The Canon C80 brings the new gen features, while the Sony FX6 has already proven itself on productions around the world. But what do you guys think? Are you eyeing up the fresh new Canon C80 or the tried and true Sony FX6? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found today's video useful, don't forget to leave us a like. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell button for notifications. And now that you've watched this video, make sure you check out my review of the Canon C80 and my review of the Canon FX6. In the meantime, all I've got left to say is stay creative, imagine, implement, and inspire, and I'll see you guys in the next one.